You're listening
You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the Fresh Takes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Fresh Take podcast. And before I even introduce my co-hosts, Giants are on the board, baby. Jackson Dart with the best start, taking down the 3-0 Chargers. And last week we said Chargers and Buffalo would be one of the remaining undefeated teams. And unfortunately, we only have two left, Buffalo and the Philadelphia Eagles. Speaking of Philadelphia Eagles, I'm joined by Pat, who is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And I'm joined by Tank, who has the first tie this year with the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, did we just jump into that game?
Yeah, better than a loss, I guess.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the scoregami out of the way.
Yeah, scoregami, 40-40. Tie. Packers and Cowboys.
Listen, do you know that when a team at home scores at least 40 points and is in a tie, they're 300-0-0. Now, officially, it is 300-0-1, and Dallas Cowboys is that one.
Yep.
Well,
unfortunately,
at least you stand alone. You're not just one of 300. You are the sole one.
Thanks for trying to make me there happy,
Which, I want to put this out there. Tank absolutely hates overtime games, and so far the Cowboys have 2 this year.
Gonna be a long season.
I want to say that those are the only overtime games so far, right? It's only been the Cowboys.
I think so.
Cowboys and Packers, and then Cowboys and Giants. Say, have we not had any more overtime games?
Did the Cardinals?
I really don't think so.
No.
The Cardinals and Seattle almost went, but they left too much time on the clock.
And regulation.
All right,
maybe.
Last week was the Cowboys. Let's see, week 3. None for week 3.
Yeah.
Week 2 was the Giants and the Cowboys.
So hard to remember already.
And I don't think we had one in week 1. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure every single game this year that has gone into overtime has been the Cowboys. Yep. Cowboys, Packers, Cowboys, Giants. Only overtime games we have this week. Or this year, I should say.
Do you see a trend here?
Yeah, it's called Schottenheimer shouldn't have been in control.
He's taking a shot.
Dallas just plain out suck.
I mean, you guys are 1-2 and 1.
Y'all are never going to let me live this down.
Every year I predict a tie. This year I didn't predict a tie, and of course there's a tie.
Yeah.
Although I would not have picked that game. I probably would have picked Miami and Jets.
Normally you do. You're right.
I probably would have picked the Miami and Jets.
Real quick, since you just brought that Miami Jets game, what's your all's thoughts about Tyreek Hill real quick? I know we're only talking about NFC East this year, but let's talk about that real fast.
Well, I mean, what part do you want to talk about?
That was a gnarly. Let's talk about the gnarly incident with Tyreek Hill.
There's not much.
The reason I'm saying, like, what part do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the injury, or do you want to talk about how he's ecstatic to be injured and don't have to play for the Dolphins no more?
That's what I was kind of leaning towards.
I would say
I feel
he gets his money guaranteed. His contract's over, and he does not care.
Number 1.
I'm just saying I'm glad I went with my gut this year and didn't keep Tyreek as one of my keepers.
Yeah.
You were even texting me about that. You're like, should I keep him or not?
I was really between keeping 3 receivers and just having 1 running back and just drafting a running back. But I'm glad I just went ahead and let him go. And then I got Maserati Marv instead, which, of course, the 1 week I decide to bench him is when he actually wants to be good. So, all right, let's get into
So
it. We have, I mean, we already basically talked the Cowboys game, so let's just go back into talking it. Micah Parsons saves the game. Um, that was in
yeah,
overtime. I feel like they definitely shouldn't have ran first and second down. Like in overtime, you really should
I
have tried for the end zone more.
I agree, but I mean they do have trust in their kicker a lot. So
Yeah, but the trust in the kicker doesn't matter. You need a touchdown to win that game. You know, you kick the
oh
ball
no,
and get
I
a field
agree.
goal, and Packers go down and score. It's over. Like you really
No,
should have tried to have gone for the
dude,
end
I
zone.
agree. I
That's just
agree
what I'm saying.
100%. But I'm just saying.
Like, I mean, I don't care about trusting in Brandon Aubrey. Everybody's going to trust in Brandon Aubrey. I trust in him, and that's why I picked him in like round 10 in fantasy. I think I picked him before I even picked a quarterback.
So
he's he's reliable.
I
He's
just
I would say he got me like 18 points in week 2 because of all the kicks against the Giants.
tank
I love the Cowboys. We'll always support them, but I mean,
tank. Does it suck worse when the Cowboys are
I,
like a middle of the road team? Because there's definitely a lot of teams this year that are much worse than the Cowboys. So you should feel pretty good. Like, but it does kind of suck because it seems like they can't escape the middle right now. Because well, their defense for one. But yeah,
Can't escape the middle.
our
You're not going to get a good
defense is
draft pick.
churches.
yeah.
I wish. I mean, I hate to say this. I really do wish we would just tank the rest of the season and try to get a decent draft pick, but I don't see that happening.
I mean, at least you guys are seeing that Tolbert and Turpin aren't terrible.
Yeah, they can make it work as two.
I've said I did say that I said that when we got the trade with Pittsburgh and got Pickens, I said with Pickens and CD Lamb now, those two being one of the two best wide receivers, I feel like Tolbert and Turpin would be open a lot more, and we would see how well they are actually a good player, and it's showing. At least I feel it is.
Yeah, so all right. Philadelphia Eagles beat the Buccaneers. Kind of a rough second half for Philly. Went in looking like they were going to blow Tampa out of the water, and then Tampa started to make a comeback. Pat, were you nervous at all?
Uh, no, because the Eagles like to do this. You know, they like to find ways to give their fans little heart palpitations, and then they just, prevail.
Say
They end up sealing it somehow. Like
it was
what?
24-6 going into halftime, and then ended 31-25.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
here's my question: Is Pat, do you feel that Philly is a first half team more than a second half team?
no,
Philly.
this was the first game they've been a first half team. They 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 so far haven't liked to shy away from taking what they can get. The run game hasn't been there, but they're just taking it. They're grinding it down. They're taking it. They the special teams is the reason they're 4-0. Like without key plays each week, really in special teams, we would have lost probably 3 games.
I don't know. I think they're just kind of
Right.
middle because I'm looking at it. The first game, they were up 21-20 at half, scored 3 more points the rest of the game. Then in the Chiefs game, 10 the first half, 10 the second half. Then last week, who they play last week? The
Rams.
Rams. They only had 7 going in, and then they scored 26 more. So I
Yeah,
think they're kind of all around. because they were a first half team week one, an all around team week two, a second half team week three, and then a first half team week four. I think it next week we're gonna get an all around again.
Mm,
So you see like a floaty, whatever that diagram
yeah,
is.
Yeah, they're just kind of like
but I
all
mean,
around middle.
the thing is, they played four good opponents. With Dallas being like divisional, so that's big. A divisional win's big. Um, and then, like you said, they're flowy. They haven't found their full stride, but they're still finding these ways to win. And yeah, like that's pretty good because they have the talent to be better. So
Do we
that's
think
reassuring.
Brown's gonna be gone this year?
Like after the year or
I could
like
see
in the
that.
No,
mid?
in the middle of the year.
Oh no,
No,
absolutely not.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There could be a potential trade in my mind. I don't know
Mm,
who they would trade him
Where do you see the trade?
to. Well, I'm just saying I don't know who they would trade him to.
yeah.
Who could like give them something good in return? But
Unless they're getting like Pat Surtain or J.C. Horn or maybe Derek Stingley, one of the top five corners, I do not see them trading
say,
for really anything.
I mean, I don't really know who all really could use a receiver right now. Miami, get Jalen Ramsey. No, Jalen's on Pittsburgh now, and he what just tore his
Yeah,
ACL, didn't he?
he did a hamstring or something.
Yeah, but all right.
I don't wish injury on anybody, but that makes me smile a little bit.
But
Well,
so
his is a little funny because he did the fake hamstring
yeah, and then
celebration.
like
So
a
like,
quarter later.
yeah, no, yeah,
But one last thing from the Eagles game. I don't know if you guys looked at it or checked anything. Last week we had the over and under of Philly giving up 100 rushing yards. Can you guys want to take a wild guess how much rushing yards they gave up?
68
99.3.
yards.
They gave up 102.
Oh, dang it.
Oh wow.
So us who said over just got it by 2 yards. But all right, now let's get into the big game of the week. New York Giants 21, Chargers 18. The big man with an interception, almost leading to a pick six. I was kind of upset that we only got a field goal out of that. I honestly thought that,
Yeah,
being on the 2 yard line, we could have pushed it in.
not
But the
everyone has
main
a tush push.
I,
main thing, Malik Neighbors done for the season. The turf
Yep,
takes another.
yeah.
that'll be huge for Dart's trajectory, even though he played with the juice.
I hope that means we can finally get some Jalen Hyatt. I think he is a criminally
So who
underrated receiver, and I think he can honestly show up for that team. Slayton finally will get some more targets.
do you think
Well,
y'all will go out and get anybody?
No, I think the Giants aren't even going to worry about it. I don't think we'll trade. I don't think that we'll sign Odell. Although
they're
I'd have
signing
to
Hunter
look,
Renfro.
Tyler Boyd. I'd have to look at the Bengals. I
What
know
about
they
Kenny Galladay?
I know they wouldn't do it, but I would honestly give them Russ or Jameis for T. Higgins, and I know that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Who else
that
they
would be
got? I mean, I wouldn't mind having Yoshi Voss. I think Jermaine Burton, we can't. There's not really really too much status on him. I don't know if I would trust him. Last year, he was kind of like a troublemaker. Who else could use a quarterback? I mean, the Saints. Saints could use a quarterback, but we play the Saints this week, so we're not going to give them anybody this week. But like, who
Who
do
would
the
you want?
Saints got?
Olave?
We wouldn't get Olave. Brandon Cooks. I mean, I'd be all right with Brandon Cooks. He's kind of old, but I mean, he could train some of the newer guys we got.
I mean, you could just trade for Kamara. He's more on the trading block, and then use him as primary receiver.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, put Scatabo out there.
Yeah.
The Jets? Jets could use a quarterback.
Well,
Um, I'd take Alan Lazard.
Winston nor Russ is a step up from Fields. They're about level playing, and I'd rather have Fields back there for his playability.
Yeah, the Raiders. Raiders. Geno Smith ain't looking too good. Time for him to right back. Jacoby Myers wanted out. I would honestly trade Russ for Jacoby Myers.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
I
not
would
me.
love that trade. Who else? That's about really all who needs a quarterback at this point. So yeah, I mean, I'd take Jacoby Myers. I think that would be like my ideal. I mean, ideal would be T. Higgins, but I know that's not going to happen. I mean, it would save you guys more cap space, and then it'll make it that you guys get a quarterback finally. So, but other than that,
I
that's the games this week. Giants 18-21, Eagles on top, and the Cowboys tie. I almost had it that the first time we could all three win, but Cowboys had to mess that up. But speaking of the Cowboys, let's send it on over to Tank for his segment. That catch, though, a Tank. Take it away, Tank.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of That Show, where I am your host, and I have my two lovely co-hosts in the background. But I got three nominations, one honorable mention. I'll do the video. You tell me in the comments below what you think, who wins, who doesn't win, who should have won, who got left out, all of the above. But my honorable mention is to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Emeka Egbuka. I hope I said his name again properly. But here's video number one. It goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, Travis Hunter.
And Lawrence is going to throw a pass for Hunter. Did he?
Video number two goes to Dallas Cowboys, George Pickens. Here's the video.
29. Prescott putting it up for Pickens. Safety coming over.
Video three goes to Romeo Dobbs of the Green Bay Packers. Here's the video.
And Love. Slant. Dobbs. Touchdown.
With you seeing all three videos, I'm not being biased. I would love to pick George Pickens, but he does not get the W. The W goes to Romeo Dobbs. Congratulations.
All right, congrats to Romeo Dobbs. So, with that being said, we're looking towards next week. Giants versus the Saints. Eagles versus the Broncos.
Hold on, question, because the way you all were looking in the background that the people couldn't see, was there a cash out there that
it has nothing to do with that? You'll find out later.
Oh, snappers!
So we've got.
Do we actually possibly get something together?
Giants and Saints. We have the Eagles and the Broncos, and then the Jets and the Cowboys. So I'm thinking this could be a week that we all three finally win. Let's start with the Giants and the Saints. Saints still winless, 0-4. They're at home. They're facing the Giants. Giants are coming off of a victory against the Chargers. They're hot and heavy and ready to go. And they got to do it without Malik. What are we thinking?
At this moment, I got the Giants winning.
I got Giants. This was before the season even started, the first win I gave the Giants. I thought we would start out 0-4 and that we would go into New Orleans and we'd win it. Because, I mean, last year we almost beat them with Drew Lock.
Nothing about the Saints wants me to pick them, but I'm not gonna. I'll go with the Giants too.
I think, like you had said earlier, Kamara's done on that team. Kamara doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to try anymore. He's tired of everything being put on his back. So I think Kamara's done. Their best receiver is tight end Jawan Johnson. Chris Olave even playing? I knew he said about going to see a specialist about if he should retire because of all of his concussions. Who? Brandon Cooks. He's old.
Touchdown or something. I don't know.
I can't
So
remember. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I think that. Well, it says that he's not under question or anything, so I guess he's playing. Uh,
Yeah,
I think the biggest threat is Rashid Shaheed, and that's just because of how fast he is.
pretty solid.
Spencer Rattler is awful in my mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
Olave's played this year. He's gotten 26 catches, 185 yards, and one touchdown. That's it. I mean, I say Rattler's awful, but he only has one interception this year,
What's
which
the
is
over unders that we're
surprising.
looking at on the Giants game?
The Giants over and
Wow.
unders.
Did not know that. He's got less than Dak.
Over under Jackson Dart total touchdowns 2.5. So rushing and throwing.
Um,
I'll go. I'll go under.
Remember, he had two against the Chargers. He had a rushing and a passing.
2.5. I'm going under.
All right. And then sacks 3.5 for the Giants.
Yeah,
I'm going to say over. I
Under.
think we can do it.
I'll go over.
I think Brian Burns can keep his momentum going. He's got like 4 this year already. So, all right, on to the Cowboys and the Jets. I definitely think the Cowboys are going to go in there and win this one. I think they're
Yeah, I see
pissed
us
about
winning.
the tie, and the Jets have just been god awful this year.
Well,
So,
yeah, but I'm gonna pick the Jets.
whoa, Pat's going with the Jets. All right
Going with
then.
the Jets.
He'll change it on pick day.
But all right, in that game, we've got Dak throws combine of yards 235. Um,
A Dak combined yards.
combined yards, throwing and rushing,
Yeah, rushing
235.
and
Oh,
throwing.
oh yeah, yeah.
I'm going over.
I'm going over.
Ooh. If I got the Jets winning, I'm saying under.
All right, and then George Pickens 2.5 touchdowns. I'm going under on that one. I I think
Yeah,
Pickens gets maybe one.
I'm going under.
yeah, I'll go under.
Say I definitely think he's he's like a good solid guy, but he's not the guy who gets them into the end zone. I think
I'm
if
going under.
anything, it's more like he'll get you close, and then Javonte's gonna take it in. Or who's their tight end now? Is it still Ferguson?
Yeah,
Yeah, Ferguson
doing pretty
maybe.
well.
Tolbert.
Yeah.
Tolbert probably get you in there. But all right, on to Philly. Philly versus the Broncos. I think this is gonna be a crapshoot.
That's going to be a tough game. I'm not going to lie.
I think it's gonna be a crapshoot. It's gonna be a defense versus defense type game. I think it'll be just like how it was with the Chiefs game, where it'll be like 20-21.
We're going with a 15-12 here.
I'm saying like 2021. I'm
I'm
saying that the
going, I'm going Philly.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Broncos. I think Broncos can dethrone them. I think it's time.
Oh boy. Yeah, this. I mean, it should be a good game, even if it's ugly to watch. Go Philly. Go Philly in a close one.
All right, we've got AJ Brown with 6+ receptions.
Yep, I'll take that in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over just because of all the controversy that's been going on this week.
I'm over.
Say the whole saying that he's been texting Devontae Smith saying he wants out. All right, a special teams turnover. blocked punt, field goal, fumble, safety, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just picturing like safeties do happen, I guess, on punts. If it goes over the head, like could happen.
Um,
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a
Just
score,
one.
but even if there's like a
just
block,
one
like
of them. I'm
yeah,
gonna go under. I mean, we've been getting so many crazy blocked field goals lately,
yeah,
but
it
I'm still gonna
it's
go.
just
Can I just go even? Can I go
you said it
even?
one. I mean, if you call it right, I'm okay with giving you a
All right,
point. I
instead
don't.
of one, we'll go 0.5 because if it happens,
Oh, there you go.
say we need the we need the one to happen. But yeah, 0.5 special teams turnovers.
Yep.
All right, then I'm going over.
I'll go over.
I'm gonna take the under on that one. But all right, there we go. That's our Sunday games. I think we're all early games, aren't we? No, Philly might
I'm
be.
pretty sure
I
we
think
are.
Philly might be early. I mean later.
No,
Hope so.
Oh yeah,
that
everybody 1 o'clock.
one Jets or the Dallas games at one and
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
1 o'clock
one
games.
o'clock. So,
So,
all right.
with that being said, let's take it over to Tim with his segment of Have a Day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Have a Day. We've got three nominees, all in the later games. So, first up, we've got Puka Nakua with 13 catches, 170 yards, and one touchdown. Next up, we've got somebody Tank nominated, 8 catches, 134 yards, and two touchdowns, Mr. George Pickens. And last but not least, we've got the man who I took first round in our fantasy this year, 21 attempts, 138 yards, one rushing touchdown, one fumble, two receptions, 17 yards, and two touchdowns. Tank, this is why I was making faces earlier. Mr. George Pickens, have a day. I was thinking that we were gonna connect this time. You said not to be biased, and I was like, no way, he actually picked George Pickens. We were so
Wow.
close. Oh man. I was debating
I
between him and Puka
went
because Puka
at
had
it.
more yards, but Puka had way more catches to get those, so that's why I took old Georgie. But phew. Yeah, we were so close. But all right, enough from me. Let's send it on over to Pat for Pat's power rankings. Take it away, Pat.
Yeah, the man, what a week to try to rank people because like 5 out of top 10 lost. So it was a little rough. A lot of big jumps from the bottom because of it. So like Detroit jumped up a lot. Buffalo moves to number one with the Colts losing.
Okay.
The Rams get a nice appearance on the board, somewhere in the mid. The Commanders unfortunately fall out a little bit. Losing to Atlanta will do that. And Philly number two, you know. Um, can they hold on and stay number two and not make it to number one? Because every time someone makes it number one for me, they lose. So not trying to keep that trend from last year. Worst team, the Jets maybe. The Bengals.
But yet you have them beating Dallas.
Yeah, you know,
Hold
bad
up.
teams win every now and then too. It's
You're
the
not going to put
NFL,
the
man.
Titans last?
Uh,
I think the Titans look worse than the Jets do.
yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying it with questions. Like the worst, the Bengals, maybe the Jets. I mean, I guess that coaching wise, the Titans, he's pretty bad.
Probably going to be gone.
Um, yeah, anything that I missed? Any teams you are wondering about?
I mean, how are we feeling about the Niners?
Yeah, they
Like,
are just outside the top 10. The Jags seem like an actually good team, so that loss doesn't really throw me that much.
yeah, but like, here's the thing. Do we think that they should have kept with old Mac Attack?
Well, isn't he back in this week?
No, Purdy
Isn't
was.
Brock out
I'm pretty
again?
sure Purdy was playing.
Oh, I thought they ruled Purdy out this week
I thought
again.
Birdie. I thought wasn't playing this week.
Oh, I was talking about like last week because didn't he play last week? And then they ended
Oh,
up losing. And
yeah, but I think Purdy, or I thought Purdy
yeah,
was,
he's out this week. I think him and Ricky Pearsall are both out. Juwan Jennings out.
yeah.
Yeah, like their whole receiving
So, I
crew's
mean,
out this week.
yeah, knowing he was going to be out again this week,
That's
maybe should have just Mac attacked it for another week,
I was to
but
say, I think you should have kept Mac in
yeah.
because I think you just kind of ruined it.
you
So
know,
that means they got Kendrick Bourne, MVS, Sky Moore, and Demarcus Robinson playing. That's literally the four receivers they have on their depth chart. Everybody else is out or injured or IR.
and it's a Thursday night game,
Yeah,
right?
so they don't got a whole lot of time to get somebody in there.
Against a vicious Seahawks defense.
And
Great
no
game.
George Kittle.
Minnesota.
Yeah, so they have no Jawan Jennings, no Ricky Pearsall, no Brandon Ayuk, no George Kittle, no Brock Purdy. They don't even have a second quarterback because Curtis Rourke, he's hurt. He's out too, apparently. So it's literally Mac Jones at quarterback, McCaffrey, Brian Robinson, and Isaac Guerendo. So I guess if Mac gets hurt, it's going to be like the NFC Championship, and Christian McCaffrey's going to have to play quarterback.
We might
Right.
see about 60 rushes between the three of those.
Yeah. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it for this week. We hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and comment your favorite part. Tell me if you think I snubbed somebody in my segment or if Tank snubbed somebody in his segment. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Let's keep the train going for the Giants. And take it away, Pat.
The train can stop anytime it wants.
No, the train will
Maybe,
keep going, especially for the next 4 weeks when we play Philly twice.
yeah, I'm sure they'll smooth tracks. Um, yeah, maybe he needs to get another win out of his system before he plays the Eagles twice. So go ahead and beat the Saints. That's fine. Um, the I don't know. I guess I we'll see what Eagles team shows up this week, and the Broncos seem like a good average-ish team, playoff type team that will be a good test to see how good we are, maybe. But see if they can keep it up.
Broncos
Tank?
look like that team, no matter what, they're making the playoffs, but losing automatically.
Yeah, maybe. Oh
Is it
yeah,
off to
I'm good.
I was
I'm
gonna
good.
say,
Off to
yeah,
you,
take it away, boy.
Tank.
All right, you can follow us on the X, aka FKAARTA Twitter. You can follow us on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, the notification, the bell, the whole shindig, the hell kit and caboodle, the whole balloons or whatever I don't know. Just hit it so you know when we post something. Next week, I have a feeling, Tim, you and I are going to link up and we're going to finally pick somebody together. At least I hope so. Other than that, I'll see you all next weekend. Go Cowboys. Let's beat what Pat thinks is the Jets get us. So let's just take that out of the way. I'll see you all next week. Peace, y'all. Tank out.
Goodbye, everybody.